What's up, guys? Derek Johnson from Legendary Leads, and today I got bored and wanted to try to duplicate one of my buddy's sites in the Legendary Leads app. So check out One Community Construction if you're in the Waterloo, Cedar Falls, or Cedar Valley area. They might travel, so feel free to hit them up. They do replacement windows, roofing, siding, stuff like that. So if you need a home project done, go ahead and hit those guys up at onecommunityconstruction.com. They're thinking about jumping into Legendary, so I wanted to just mess around. Gave myself an hour to try to duplicate their site, which was well built by a local media company in the Waterloo area. So I just focused on the homepage for this video, and I just focused on the desktop version. I did end up getting pretty close. Obviously, there's a ton more work to do, but I'm going to show you guys how close I got in this video. So go ahead and watch this. And if you have a site you want to migrate to Legendary, you can use this as a roadmap, or if you want this done for you, feel free to reach out and I can shoot you a price on getting migrated over. So with that being said, we're going to jump right in. You guys stay legendary. Appreciate you. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and smash that bell to catch more videos like this. Let's jump right in. So what I like to do when I'm doing these site builds is I like to think of it like a wireframe. So I start with one section at a time. Right now I'm building kind of the header section and just kind of mimicking what they currently have as far as the layout. So they basically have 3 columns here. The left column has a click to call message with an icon, so I kind of duplicated that. The middle is a navigation section, so these each go to a separate page. I didn't link the pages or building any of those pages. I just kind of put the navigation buttons in there for now. And the third section is also navigation with a drop down, and they have some probably custom CSS they're using for their site. I didn't add any of that. I just kind of left it default. So I didn't do any kind of gradient like they used either. I just threw a color on, picked this gray color for the header. All those small details you can edit later. I like to wireframe everything out, kind of get the sections rebuilt how they should be. And I put a little functionality, so I made the click to call functional there and just touched up stuff a little bit. And then I moved on to the next section here. So after that, they have a slider. I just put a single image just for this build since I was kind of tight on time, and I would actually have to look up how to build a slider. So I just went with the single image. Using the site inspector tool, I was able to grab the image they were using, and I pulled their logo in, kind of spaced it out similar to what they had on their site, changed all the font to white to kind of mimic their design here, added the text with a little background, kind of transparent background. So I started with the solid and just turned down the opacity a little bit. It's not exact. I was just kind of trying to get it close so you guys could kind of see how to lay out a site like this if you have one you wanted to rebuild, just to show you what's possible. So at that point I had built pretty much the top section, and then I went in to the next section. You can see it's all just a white section with different text elements. So I rebuilt that, put in a spacer below and made it a little thicker, gave it a little spacing, put in the next paragraph section here. Then I went to the next section, which was basically 4 images. I had to get rid of all the padding around the images and then grab those from each page where they're actually set up. Again, I didn't rebuild any pages, I just did the home page here. And this did take me close to an hour. It was like 56 minutes. I sped this video up like 10x. So it's about a 6-minute long video. And I just got it close. And then I went on to the next section here, which is a parallax image for the background, so it kind of gives you that scroll function when you go past it. So I grabbed that image from the inspector tool, made it parallax, and put in some text elements here, spaced them out a little bit just to mimic their site. Did the same transparent background for that section there, and I just cloned the button and dragged it down. They also had their Facebook page comments and posts pulling in, so I used the inspector to find that element and put in a JavaScript/HTML element. So that pulled that in, spaced it out kind of similar. And that's basically the process. Just rebuild each section one at a time, and then you can go and clean up the details kind of after you've got what I call the wireframe built out. So this section here was kind of 5 images. The top 3 are 3 columns, and the next one are 2 columns. So I got all that spaced out, added some padding to get it more into the center of the page like it was on their site, and then just basically cloned those elements to save me some time. Added the section here with their logo, and finally the footer section here, and that was pretty much it. And then I slowed it down so you can see one final run.